look at the distributive property. Draw your line down. The distributive property allows expressions to be simplified when being multiplied. It's like the mama bird, and we used to feed the birds. It says, just like the mother bird distributing food to her babies. Remember, the parentheses are like the nest. So we're going to distribute the 4 to both of the birds in the nest. Now at this point in the nest, I don't want you to think of this as a minus sign anymore. This is a -3, and this would be a positive x. So 4 times x, a positive times a positive, is 4x. Now this is 4 times a -3. Positive times a negative is a negative. 4 times 3 is 12. So my answer is 4x minus 12. Remember, the mama bird can be on either side. So doesn't matter which order I go. If I don't like it here, I can move it here. But now, since this is a positive y and this is a -8, I can go in any order. 3 times a -8 is a -24. 3 times y is a positive 3y. Now, I always want to put the variable first. So if you look at this one, this variable is a plus 3y, so I'm going to put that first. I don't have to write the plus because we just assumed that. Then I would put the one without the variable, which is a -24, so my answer is 3y minus 24. Go ahead and try these 3, and then we'll come back and see what your answers are. So stop the video now. All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at how you did. So let's distribute the -3 to the positive x, which is a -3x. Now we've got a -3 to a -5, which would give me a positive 15. The variable's written first, so that one's done. This next one, a -2 times 1 is a -2. A -2 times a positive 2c. Well, -2 times 2, a positive 2, is a -4c. Oops, I've got to switch this one around. I like to circle them. So that goes first. I have a -4c, and in front of this one is a -2, so I have -2. All right, this last one, this one's a little tricky because how do I distribute just a negative? You can, but if you need to, realize that's just a -1 in there that we're multiplying because I have one negative. So -1 times 7 is a -7. A -1 times a -s is a positive s. Rewrite them. S would come first. The -7 would come next. Now, some people like to write this one because the positive as s plus a -7. They mean the same thing. It's just we want to get rid of unnecessary symbols. So we just write it like that. Go ahead and try your assignment.